Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a technology that tells the full story of your blood pressure. Not just a single snapshot from the doctor's office, but the entire 24-hour narrative.
So, let's just get right into it. We've all had that moment, right? The cuff tightens, you kind of hold your breath, and a number pops up. But what does that one number from that one moment really mean for your health? Well, the answer is, it might not be telling you the whole truth.
And here's the heart of the problem. That single reading you get at the doctor's office, it can actually be a pretty poor predictor of your real cardiovascular risk. And it's all because of two very common and kind of opposite phenomena. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This slide shows the two big traps of those one-off measurements. On one side, you've got white coat hypertension. That's where just the stress of being in a clinic makes your numbers shoot up artificially. But on the other side, you've got something way more dangerous, masked hypertension. This is when your pressure looks perfectly fine at the doctor's, but it's actually high the rest of the time. That means a serious risk could be going completely undetected.
So here's the crucial point. Your blood pressure isn't some fixed number. It's dynamic, it's alive, it changes all day and all night. It has a rhythm, a story. A single snapshot just gives you one frame from that story. The real question is, how do we see the whole movie?
Well, if one snapshot isn't enough, there's an answer. It's a method that experts consider the absolute gold standard. It's called ambulatory blood pressure monitoring, or ABPM for short.
Now, this isn't another one-time event in a sterile office. Think of ABPM as a blood pressure diary that literally writes itself while you live your normal life, while you're working, relaxing, even sleeping. It's all about capturing your true blood pressure in your real-world environment.
And here's how it works in practice. A small, portable device is fitted to your arm, and it just quietly takes readings at regular intervals. It captures dozens of data points, mapping out your unique blood pressure patterns through your entire day, and most importantly, through the night. So what kind of secrets does this 24-hour diary reveal that a single reading just can't? Well, it's all about uncovering your unique, personal blood pressure patterns.
Okay, one of the most critical patterns is something called your dipping status. And this slide shows the key difference. For most healthy people, called dippers, blood pressure naturally drops while you sleep. But for non-dippers, it stays high. And that is a powerful predictor of increased risk, because it means your entire cardiovascular system is under constant strain with absolutely no rest period. It's an insight that's literally impossible to get from a daytime reading alone.
And you know, visually, a healthy dipper profile looks something like this. You see that significant restorative drop in pressure while you sleep? That dip gives your heart and blood vessels a much-needed break. A non-dipper's chart would be much flatter, meaning their system is just under pressure 24/7. And it's not just about dipping. ABPM is the gold standard for spotting all these other hidden risks too. It can find high blood pressure that only happens when you're asleep, or identify a dangerous rapid surge in pressure right when you wake up. It even measures your overall blood pressure variability, and all of these have major implications for your health. And this is the real kicker. This is why it all matters so much. The data from major studies is crystal clear. Understanding and treating your 24-hour blood pressure pattern is way more effective at preventing major events like heart attacks and strokes than just treating that single number you get in the doctor's office. Now let's be real for a second. Wearing an inflating cuff for 24 hours can be a bit annoying. So the next frontier in this tech is all about making this powerful monitoring even easier, more comfortable, and less intrusive. So we're seeing this explosion of new devices that promise continuous cuff-free monitoring. We're talking everything from rings that use light sensors to smartwatches to specialized wrist-worn monitors. The goal here is to gather even more data over longer periods with way less hassle. But, and this is a big but, there's a trade-off. Right now, cuff-based ABPM is still the validated gold standard for accuracy. Cuffless tech offers incredible comfort and the potential for long-term monitoring, but the accuracy is still a work in progress. Validation is absolutely crucial, and as you can see in that little note, some studies show these newer devices can have significantly fewer successful readings. You see, getting that perfect 24-hour picture isn't always a walk in the park. Both cuff-based and the new cuffless technologies face a few common hurdles. These are some of the key challenges that researchers are working hard to solve. For instance, simple movements can create scrambled or inaccurate data, what scientists call artifacts, that has to be filtered out. Then you have logistical issues like proper cleaning and, of course, patient comfort. Because, hey, if the device itself is stressing you out, it could affect the very readings it's trying to capture. Okay, so with all these different technologies and challenges, what's the ultimate takeaway here? What's the most important thing to remember?
The bottom line is this. When it comes to truly understanding blood pressure, that 24-hour method is what the experts rely on. It's recognized all over the world as the reference standard for getting an accurate diagnosis and properly assessing a person's risk.
And they are really serious about the quality of this data. For a 24-hour report to even be considered medically valid, it has to capture good data most of the time. Specifically, over 70% of the readings have to be successful. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a hard requirement to make sure any decisions about your health are based on truly reliable information. Ultimately, it's all about shifting our perspective. We need to move away from relying on a single data point, which is really just a chapter title, and start reading the entire book. Because only then can we get a deep understanding of our body's unique rhythms and make the best decisions for our long-term health.
So, the final question to think about is, what secrets is your blood pressure keeping from you? Because understanding that full 24-hour story might just be the key to unlocking a healthier future. Thanks for joining this explainer.